We should be good to go. Sweet. Let me get this shared around as per usual. Hello, hello, everybody. Kevin coming in with the first comment. What's up? What's going on? Happy Friday. How you doing? How's your week been? Already got 20 people in here. What's up, people? I'll be pre-ordering Mortal Kombat 1 Collector's Edition today. Nice. Always love a good Collector's Edition. So I hope you enjoy that. I saw that, the announcement. Astenic, what's going on? How you doing? Hey Kyle, happy Friday to you as well. Thank you for being here. Alright, we got the Twitter post. Get it on Discord. Bam. There we go. Hello everyone, it's good to see you all. Already 25 people in here, welcome. Keep trying to play, but it randomly keeps crashing. Send help. Are you on PC? What's the plan for today? Well, look at this lively base of operations. Dang. Quite the dead game here, you know. The plan for today, I want to, as the title says, prepare for year 5. I've been doing some. I just really want to stock up on resources and watch points so that when year 5 hits and we're making new builds, I have as many resources as possible. So I'm going to do some countdown runs. I want to try and max out on printer filaments so I can have those for expertise. And if I feel like it later on, we'll probably go to the DZ and run some landmarks for our field recon data and exotic components. That's what I'm thinking. Phoenix, what's going on? Good to see you. How's it going? You are on PC? Well, unfortunately, PC has been having a lot of crash issues over the past months. I don't play on PC, so I can't share any personal experience there. But the devs are working on it. And I think people have found some, like, sort of workaround, so I would search around online for it, see if you can find anything there, maybe.
Communication relay offline.
Been a ton of people at the base lately, yeah. There's always a ton. I mean, the game this morning posted a, what's the word? Stat breakdown, I guess, of some, like, Season 11 stuff. And the one that I found the most funny is, like, because especially in, like, PvP, everyone always says, oh, PvP is dead, no one plays it. Let's pull up the stat. They said in Season 11, on average, 10,000 agents die every hour in PvP. Now, of course, that doesn't necessarily mean there's 10,000 people playing, because it can be repeat deaths, but still, 10,000 people dying every hour in one of the lower played activities in the game is pretty indicative of the game's player base. Yeah, Kyle, if you are on Xbox, I always encourage people to join in for stream stuff. If you want in on these next countdown runs, let me know. Hello everyone, already got 50 people in here. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you're having a great Friday. I'm a little tired, a little groggy, but we're here. I'm gonna wake up by playing. Get the blood flowing. Oh, we already got that one. What's the year 5 date? They have not set a specific date other than saying early June. So I anticipate it will either be June 6th or the 13th, I think it is, which is the day after Ubisoft Forward, which is on the 12th, which I could definitely see them doing. I could see them doing like a year 5, I mean, not really a reveal because we already know, but like a big hype up for it at Ubisoft Forward, and then they're like, the next day it launches. Because they did that with Season 10 as well. The Ubisoft Forward in September, they had Season 10 launched the day after. So I could see them doing that again, but they have not confirmed it. Xbox Life indeed. How great to be if you'd optimize gear mods through new blueprints. Definitely would be interesting. They're one of the harder things to get in the game for sure. Pro, what's going on? How you doing? Boga, I am quite well. I'm tired. There's been a lot of stuff lately, but after a week from now, I will be less busy, and I can turn more of my attention towards the game and the channel. You guys probably noticed there's a slower upload rate recently. I've just been bogged down by a lot of stuff, but I've got a lot of plans I want to fulfill leading up to year 5, and June is going to be a crazy month on here, so get ready. We're gonna pick the pace back up. But I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I know, right, Kevin? Just PvP. It paints a picture of how inaccurate a lot of people's view of the player base is. I'd had 10,000 myself yesterday farming for the Ravenous. Dang. I will say, for all of the disagreements I have with how this game handles PvP, across Year 4 they have... The Dark Zone has seen a lot of new life brought to it, in my opinion, with the introduction of stuff like the exotic components in the chests and the raid exotics. There's just a lot. It feels more like what the Dark Zone should feel like, which is it's unpredictable. Like almost every time I go in, there's people farming, there's extractions going off. If I call an extraction, someone will show up, and I have no idea if they want a PvP or if they're just trying to extract. Like, it actually feels more alive again, which is awesome. And of course, it's still not perfect, but it's better, in my opinion. What am I doing? I need to get the servers. All right. What's up, Mustafa? I quit the game after Woney. Released on PS4. I'm coming back for... Oh my goodness. Wow, Sniper. Got it out for me? 1 second, I'll finish your comment. Coming back for PC this month. Dimus much. How to keep up? Any advice? Since Woney, I mean, they've definitely done a lot. That is still like the gateway to the end game. Once you beat Woney, you're at level 40. They never did another level increase, so you don't have to worry about that. If you're familiar with like the recal library and things like that, that's still the basis of progression and build making. You want to build up your library, and so you can play different kinds of content to get gear and materials and all that. So I'd say at a foundational level, you should still be up to date. I did make a new player guide earlier this year that you can search up, which goes over like the majority of all the endgame systems, including some of the newer stuff. So feel free to check that out, and it's timestamped so you can like skip to stuff that you actually need info on. That might be helpful. But welcome back. I hope you enjoy. Like I said, a lot of good stuff that's been added since Woney, and a lot of good stuff coming in Year 5 in particular. So it's pretty exciting. Oh, I can't load it. What are we doing solo in this? Are people pulling up now? There they are. falling behind on chat because I got to kill every single NPC in here. All right. Oh yeah. Well, Kyle, if you've not already, I encourage you to check out our Discord server. There's a link, invite link in the description of this stream and on all my videos. And we have LFG channels for every platform, and you have a lot of great people you can connect with over there to play with on PlayStation.
Agent, you should be able to access the turbine now.
Going to turbine, are we? People need to wish me luck here. I'm trying to find a... Well, it's a double benefit. I do want the printer filaments from deconstructing those, but I also want to get a 10% pulse resist mod. So we'll see. What's up, Ynir? I am, excuse me, doing fantastic. Yeah. Hope you had a good birthday last week. Happy to check in with another stream. I keep watching as I start my workout later tonight. Sounds good, Pro. I appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Agent, you've reached the turbine. I need you to fix the
Good morning,
power
Lucas. Sorry if I missed you earlier. How you doing? What is up? I hear a lot of criticism about the PvP on Division games. I mean, you know, it's all about personal preference. What annoys me the most is when people try and shut down others' enjoyment. Because at the end of the day, who cares what people like in video games? Like, you know. I mean, it's more amusing than anything when you see comments, people saying like, anyone who enjoys PvP in Division. Like, the funniest one I ever got was on Reddit years ago.
You're gonna need to expose
Someone said, anyone who enjoys going rogue in the Dark Zone is a terrorist in real life. And and they were dead serious. And that's hilarious. But no, it's all about what you enjoy. And I enjoy PvP, so no shame there. I'm so curious what the endgame changes will be. Do you mean for Seasons 2.0? Dan, what's going on? How you doing? Ramon, hello. I'm so late. No, you're not. You're never late. Anyone who tunes into the stream is right on time. How you doing? That's a good... I should take that. Good bleed resist mod. Raiders, I took a very... Oh, it scrolled by. Every day's coming back to your channel. Great content. Thank you. Thank you for being here. That is a long break indeed. I used to watch Tux's Step back in the day. Good times. But yeah, thank you for the kind words and for being here. Appreciate it. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Kyle. I'm getting 9.9 mods. Dang. Yeah, because unless you have 10% for the pulse one, you'll still get it for like a fraction of a second, I think.
You're good to go. Just need to...
Uh-oh. Power bomb in the house. What's up, man? How are you? Hello, nobody. You're somebody today. How you doing? Batman, what's up? Appreciate all 75 of you being in here. Thank you, thank you. I think we're going to get the Fire Warhounds of the Black Tusk Shield Arena, see new Black Tusk Troop. I could see them using that Fire Warhound again for another boss, like later down the line in the DLC or something. I don't know if they'll incorporate it into like everyday content. But I think they'll probably keep finding ways to make the enemies interesting. I don't know if that means another regular troop type, but yeah. Good morning, Michael. Or I guess it's probably evening for you. How you doing? Hey, from Denmark. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Move to extraction point. Shoot off a flare so Torres knows you're ready to go.
Hey Wang, just popped in to see if you have any info on when Descent is coming to console. Year 5 Season 1 will drop on all platforms at the same time, so it'll be on console and PC on the same date. They have not set a firm release date for Year 5 Season 1, however they have said early June, and so I think it will either be June 6th, which is a Tuesday, or June 13th, which is the day after Ubisoft Forward. One of those two dates I think is almost a guarantee, but they've not said either way yet. So less than a month to go.
Agent, stay frosty. Hunters incoming.
Thank you so much, Calvin. It's very kind of you to say. What's up, Dirt? What are you farming for? I am farming for some materials to have stockpiled for Year 5. I want more expertise stuff, some more optimization stuff, and I want to have watch points to be able to dedicate to builds if I run out of resources. They EMP'd me, which means I can't stun you. That's the goal. Thank you very much, Stretcher. We'll see. I can't complain too much, though, because there's a piece I really wanted for a build I want to make in Year 5 that I was farming for last weekend, maybe. And I got it, like, perfectly from here, and I was like, well, and I didn't have to spend, like, days and days doing it, so I was like, that's pretty lucky. I'll take that. Appreciate you all chatting so much. You know I love it. I'm falling behind a tiny bit, but I'll catch up. Let's just peep right now what I missed up here. Matt's Outdoors, what's up with you? How you doing? Good evening from the UK. What's up, Phil? Yes, Nick, I am playing Countdown. Best spot to farm. Emperor's Garden E-Pad of the DZ exclusive? Yes, they are. Yes, Pro is correct. Strider, they are not redoing Seasons 1 to 4, but they are changing the naming system. So instead of just going on and on like Season 12, 13, 14, they're going to just name them by year and season now. So it'll be Year 5 Season 1, Year 5 Season 2, but those are brand new seasons. And if we were to get a Year 6, for example, they would reset and do Year 6 Season 1 and all that, just to make it a bit easier for people to follow along with where we're at with the game. But yeah, Pro I missed it. Pro explained it there. Thank you, Pro. And that is fully correct. That's how they're doing it. Successful run. Yeah, thank you all for being here. If you have not already and you want to help boost the channel and the algorithm and all that, I'd appreciate you hitting the like button. We're at 30 likes right now. But regardless, thank you all for spending some time on your Friday here with me. Appreciate it. Hope you all are doing well. As I said, it's been a little slow here on the channel lately just because I got a lot of stuff going on, but I have big plans for June and there's some awesome stuff on the way, so hope you're ready. Because we're coming back with a vengeance. Are you excited for any new games? Heartland? No, that's a cop-out. What new games am I excited for? Honestly, like, I got a Picaros. I enjoy what I enjoy. Like, I play a good amount of Warzone and... No, did I miss it? Oh my god, I wasn't paying attention. I told you guys I was tired. That's tough. I just missed on like 100 credits. Oh well. I'm the type of person who likes to invest in one long-term game, which is why obviously I like Division so much. So there are not a ton of games that I'm super excited about just because yeah, anyway. Heartland, Starfield I am interested in checking out for sure. Avatar, Arc Raiders, yeah, Nick said it. There's some stuff. Alright, what did I miss out on up here? Thoughts of going back to New York? I'm excited for it, and I think they hopefully have some cool stuff for Season 3 there. Should be pretty sweet. What's your favorite AR? It is this one right here. The Eagle Bearer. Favorite gun in the game. Derpy, I am doing well. I'm tired, but I am happy to be here. 43 likes indeed. Thank you all very much for the likes. Appreciate it. Anything I need to do to get ready for year 5? Nothing in particular. I'll probably make a video on that next week. There's like, I mean, you know, there's nothing like you need to do this now, but if you want to farm resources and materials, that's really what I say, so that you are more prepared to try out new builds and stuff. Will you be uploading videos every day in June? I will not commit to every day because that's a lot, but certainly more than this week. This week's been a bit light just because I have a lot going on, but I will have more time in June, and there will be more stuff to talk about, so there will be many more videos coming. Yeah. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay. I need to swap out. I got this really good bleed mod, so let's get rid of a bad one that I have. What's my worst? That's actually 9.4 is not bad. Maybe I should keep that. I should get rid of something, though, because I have too many. What do I not need? I don't think I'm ever going to use an ensnare resist mod. But I have a 10%. That feels so wrong to get rid of that. Disorient resist? Like, when am I ever going to build disorient resist? I can't do it. I feel too bad. Actually, I could put them in my stash, but I don't have much room in there either. Michael with the 5 gifted memberships. Hang on, let me answer. Snapeburst, I'm new. Can you give me a tip? Well, welcome to the Division. Hope you're enjoying. And the best tip I can give you is to type into the search bar at the top of your screen, RogueGold New Player Guide, because I made a video exactly dedicated to that, going over all the big stuff of the game that you need to know. It's got a lot of good info, and a lot of people have said that it's worked well for them. So that's my best tip, is to check that video out. But welcome to the game. I hope you're enjoying. And Michael, thank you so much. Going to Batman, Stretcher, Phoenix, Suburti. Hope I'm saying that right. And this one's a challenge. Decon. I'll leave it at that. Let me know if I'm saying it wrong. Welcome to Rogue Studios. Be sure to drop Michael a thank you in the chat. And thank you as always, Michael. Super, super kind of you. Man, you know I appreciate it. Any chance of getting an updated solo build guide? Nick, I actually just released that recently. If you scroll through my recent videos, the Slayer 2.0 build, that is what I use solo in the DZ. So that is about as up to date as you could hope for. So go and check that one out. If you need me to link it later on, I can. Okay, let's run it again. And I will not forget to extract this time.
You have received an invite to another agent's group. You are now in a group.
Cranky, what's going on? Good morning. Or afternoon. Can you get the Eagle Bear at the summit? No, you can only get it in, yeah, as Comper said, in the raid or the DZ. ODST, what's going on? Ace, I'm doing well. No, we got a bugged one. I am tired, but I am getting through. I'm excited for June. We got a lot of good stuff coming.
Cleaners have infiltrated the power plant. They
First time being in a live. Well, thank you so much for being here, ODST. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy. I try and make it entertaining, but it's usually just
Safe area detected.
bad jokes and sarcasm. But no, thank you for tuning in. Kadrien, I'm well. As I said, I'm a bit tired, but I'm happy to be here. So thank you for tuning in. Oh my goodness, the chat is firing off here. What's up, Postman?
Invite to another agent's group received. Another agent is now in your group.
Jasiva, no one has ever told me that, no. And I can't say I know the reference. I'll have to look it up.
Another agent has joined your group.
Yeah, I can't clear my throat here. Everything you do in the open world. Yeah, open world is great for materials as well. Pretty much everything you do is good for materials. It's hard to find something that's bad at material
Another
gain.
agent is now in your group.
My leader? Oh, shoot. I got you guys. Wait, are you loading in? No, we need one more. There we go.
Another agent
80 degree afternoon in Boston. Nice. That's yeah, summer's on the way. Yeah, I was pro. That definitely contributed. Wouldn't say that this bug is caused by the matchmaking. Yeah, it's something to do with like level 30 players joining, and then they kind of fixed it but didn't fix it, so I don't really know what the status is. I've not been following along with stuff this week, honestly. I've not had the time. Also, I think I missed earlier, Matthew coming in with the 3-month membership message. Thank you so much, Matthew. I'm sorry I missed that. Appreciate you very much.
Black Tusk have taken the power plant. Looks like they've triggered the lockdown protocols while they
Best live place to be for the Division universe. Hell yeah, Michael. Thank you very much. That is nice of you to say.
Access and secure the nuclear waste.
Work productivity just took a hit. What's up, Kitch?
Reactor unstable. Emergency lockdown.
Reminds me I need to finish the manhunt in the league. You still got about 3 weeks. But yeah, definitely don't want to miss out on the season 11 stuff, or at least the storyline
System curtailed.
for all that. Mr. Booga joining on as a Heartlander. Thank you so much for that. That is incredibly generous of you. Thank you, thank you. There's been so many people doing that lately. I truly appreciate that. Because in large part, that's there for people who just want to go that extra mile and help support what I do. So I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Vital signs critical.
I will get that outro updated for the very next video, and you will see your name at the end of it. I appreciate the support. Thank you.
System.
What's up, Jake? Do you think we will get a level 50 increase in Year 5? It's certainly possible. That is the precedent many games do for DLCs. However, if I had to bet on it, I don't think we will. I think that the game has created a lot of progression systems that would make it very difficult to justify doing a level increase. Like, what do you do with
System reactivated.
items that you spent expertise on and optimized? They would have, if they did a level increase, they would have to have a system where you could bring your pieces up to the new level. And I just think that's all so much complexity on top of them already making a DLC that I personally don't think they will. But it's certainly possible. So we'll see. Golden Bullet next week, is it? Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize. In 3 days. Nice. Well, that is going to be when I stock up on my background footage. Wow, I'm just perma shocked here.
Rogue strider drone detected. Detected.
All I want to do is play this game. Maybe I should just become a content creator. There are perks. But you would be surprised how frequently my reasoning for not being able to play the game is to work on content stuff. So upsides and downsides, but it is a phenomenal thing to have in my life, absolutely. But there's a lot that goes into it, without a doubt.
Area secure.
Can't wait to see where the rest of the story goes. Yeah, I think season 11 is good. Good, what's the word? Evidence that they know how to deliver a pretty good story now in the seasonal format. So I'm excited to see where they take it. Do you have your own clan? I have one that I'm in here, but it's not one that I promote as like a RogueGold one. It just has a few people in it that we don't really do anything. So I don't have one that I promote to join. But if you join our Discord, we have clan recruitment channels that you can use to find an awesome community. And there's a lot of people in there that set up some great stuff. So I recommend that if you're looking for one.
You're closing in on the target.
I wouldn't have gotten one if I just didn't buy it for it. Nice. The story of how people get into any game, not even just Division, is always really cool. Because people have so many different reasons for why they got into stuff, you know. I don't know why I'm trying to pulse a dog. That's going to do nothing. Stun a dog, I should say.
System malfunctioning. System restored.
Oh, absolutely, I'm going to put your name in there. That's the perk of being a Heartlander. Don't worry at all. I think it's awesome to have as many names as there as possible. So you're going to see it. I greatly appreciate the support. Thank you. What build am I running? Brian, I'm running a Striker build with the Memento and an Eagle Bear. I do have a video on it. If you search, or if you go to my build video playlist, Division 2 build videos, it is the Juggernaut build. And if you want me to link it after this run, I can, so you can see the full breakdown. Is the Cindy that captured the drone operator of the White House? I believe so. That's what NGN was saying in his video. And I trust him on all that stuff. So yes, is my answer to that. They shocked their own dude, I think.
Hostile neutralized. Incoming. High risk hostile.
Kyle just asked an absolute juggernaut of a question. Let me come back to that in a sec. Thank you so much, Matthew. I was saying before, thank you for the 3-month membership. I very much appreciate it. I know you've been around for a while and you're always being very kind and supportive, and I very much don't take that for granted. Thank you. Dread, indeed you should call today. That's crazy. Thank you for being here at all. And have a great rest of your night and tomorrow. Thank you, thank you. I do have expertise on the Eagle Bear, yes, but I also think that the build itself is very good. I've heard people say similar things when they've tried it, so
You can access the waste
a
area.
combination of both would be my
Do me
answer.
a favor and take a decontamination shower before you come back to base.
But Kyle said, what was your dream when you started the channel? Do you think you've achieved it? That is a very loaded question. I don't know. I think it's hard to say that I had a huge dream with it. I mean, my inspiration for the channel was absolutely, you know, who used to be the huge people back in the day. Like I would watch Marco Style. My friends and I always said there was like the big four. There's Marco Style, Eric's, Skill Up, and like butter, and some of those people
You've reached the waste area. I need you to secure
had
the
some
radioactive
interesting
material to override the
continuations
lockdown
after that. But
protocols.
anyway, I was very much inspired by the big, you know, YouTubers back in Div 1, and always the idea of being a YouTuber was like a cool thing. But I think there's very few people who start a YouTube channel and like think they're really ever gonna do anything with it. It's just kind of for fun. And so that's, you know, where I started with it. I just made some videos that I had fun with, and I put them up, and it's just grown and grown over time. I would say I've far surpassed any dream I ever could have had because of some of the incredible opportunities I've been given. I mean, if you told me back in when Division 1 came out that one day I would have the chance to interview people like the creative director and the product director of the game, and have a YouTube channel that people cared about my thoughts about the game, and get a review quote put on the back of a book, and take part in testing stuff, and like, it's just, I could never have imagined it. So I would say I've surpassed any dreams I ever had. Long answer there, but yeah. Forgot Wade's. Wade's was big then too. That was just, I remember for whatever reason we considered the big four to be those four. I couldn't tell you why. It was too many years ago to really remember what was going on then. So that's the answer, Kyle. Hope that fulfills it. Has anyone ever asked you to build a build for them for cash? They have not, and I would never. I would never do that because I put my build videos up for free. People can check out exactly what. If you want to make a build exactly like mine, which no one ever has to, there's always so many ways you can tweak stuff. But if you wanted to make an exact copy of the builds I use, you can just use the templates I have up in videos. But no one has ever done that. That would be pretty funny. Do you often watch other Division 2 streamers? I will tune in to show some love and support to the people that I have connections with. But on my off time, I usually do not. No, I've got.
Nice. The plant's secure. Now let's get you out of
Yeah,
there.
I just don't. It's nothing against them. There's a lot of really great creators in on this game, but yeah, I just don't. 10 blind FP. You can't give me 10 pulse resist, huh? That's a knockoff. Those are the days, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy to think how much has changed in the community and behind the scenes since 2016. Really wild. Hermes, you should be sorry. You should be extremely sorry, and I demand an apology. Just kidding. How you doing? How's your Friday been? Thank you very much, Kyle.
System curtailed.
As I'm sure you all know, it would not be possible if y'all didn't care to watch and listen to what I say, so I appreciate beyond words you all continuing to support my stuff. Thank you. Indeed, Dan. Indeed. And they're like, what I think is really oh, I still need this. I'm just checking what I need expertise on, really.
System malfunctioning.
Here, I'll come back to that in a sec, Dan. Managed to pull a bighorn from the DZ yesterday. Good stuff, Matthew. That is a rare drop. Nice, nice. You like it?
Shoot off a flare when you're ready for Torres to bring you home.
Yeah, skill up's gone huge places indeed. I mean, talk about a big transformation from what he used to do. I mean, my old 2016 self would, I mean, to be completely honest, I'd talk a lot of crap about his stuff because he always had very different PvP views than mine, and I had a lot less of an objective viewpoint back then. But he's always had fantastic commentary, and the stuff he does now is really excellent. I do watch his reviews for games. He's really good at it. Is there any announcement for the Year 5 release date? They have not confirmed it other than to say early June. So I think either June 6th or June 13th is for sure when it's going to drop. Yeah, Snipe might be able to help you out there, Nick. I know people use sites like those. I don't. I've just never needed it, so I'm not too familiar, but I know there is stuff like that. Have you made a video on how to get the Dark Winter? The Dark Winter is exclusive to the Dark Zone, so you're either going to want to farm the Dark Zone, or you can watch the Countdown vendor rotation to see if it pops up in there, because they can have DZ exclusives. But your primary way to get it is going to be the DZ. So if there's ever a day where the DZ is targeted SMGs, that's going to be your best bet. What was I going to say up here? Oh, and Dan said living the dream. What's very awesome is I am, but I'm also like, when stuff like Heartland comes out and this new DLC, like that stuff is bigger than anything I've ever been around to cover. Like when Warlords came out, that's when I passed 1,000 subs. So I have not, like, anything I've done so far covering this game has been in like the slowest periods the game has ever had, like historically, if you compare it to Division 1's release, Div 2, Warlords. So that's why I'm so excited for stuff like Heartland and the new DLC, is that I've just never been around to cover the game when there's that much going on with it. And so I'm really excited. In many ways, the only reason I'm still here making content is because of Heartland. Because back when they announced that the team was moving on to Star Wars in like January of 21, I would legitimately was like, okay, well, if there's no more diff stuff coming, then I'm just not going to make videos, because that is like my reason for having this channel, is because I want to make Division stuff. People always say I should branch out to other games and stuff, and maybe that would make more, you know, financial and growth sense, but I'm here because I want to do Division stuff. So I was ready to put the channel away then, but then I started to hear rumors. I had some people telling me like, oh, Red Storm's probably working on this game, it probably has some PvP in it, and I was like, if that's the case, then that's a reason for me to stick around. I can speculate on it, I can do all this stuff. And then sure enough, in May of 21, they announced Heartland, and that is legitimate. I mean, there's a lot more. I've grown immensely since then, but there's been, that has been my main drive for these past 2 years, is the idea of covering Heartland when it comes out. And so, yeah, I am living the dream indeed with this channel, but there's also so much more coming up that I can't wait for. Long story short. I can bet you'll have more than 45k subs in Heartland arrives. That would be wild. Hard for me to say at this point, because evident of what's happened this year already, I can't predict anything like that. It's wild. Don't need to Disorient Resist. That's a good headshot mod. But I have really good ones. I actually have too many. I don't need all these. Let's get rid of the two 9.5s.
Agent in need of backup.
There we go. I'm excited for the St. Elmo's Engine Exotic AR. Me too. It is going to be really awesome. For sure. Roll glad you stuck around. Thank you, Rules. Yeah, I mean, back then I want to say I had... let's see, when Heartland was announced, I think I had 7,000 subs. So just to think about how much has changed there in Ooh, we can get both of these. In 2 years' time, we've gone from 7,000 to 33. And that's without... I mean, that's legitimately the slowest period the game has ever had. The franchise, I should say. So, there is a lot to look forward to. Let it stock up on these. 2, 3, 4. Get all of that. Can I get one of these too? Wait, is that the one I had? In here? Didn't I not expertise it? I probably just freaking deconstructed it. Like a dummy. Alright, let's get one of those then. What is the 4,000 number? What are you referring to, Hood? Right, let's run it again. They took Heartland out of the UB event in June. Wonder why? They have not said that. I think a lot of people have misconstrued what was actually in that report. I think they will absolutely share Heartland news at that event because we know the PC closed beta is coming this summer. So I think for sure Heartland's going to be at Ubisoft Forward. All they said in that thing was that they didn't specifically name it in their fiscal year 23 release schedule. However, like I said in that video, I'm not convinced that that means it's not coming until April 24. I'm not going to say much more about it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But I think it'll absolutely be at Ubisoft Forward. Need to back out this one. Where did the name RogueGold come from? It's a lame story. I've told it before. People say they think it's funny, but I think it's kind of lame. It was because back in
Hyenas have taken over the power plant and triggered the lockdown procedure.
Back in, I think it was 2017 when I was coming up with it. There was a new iPhone releasing at the time, and for whatever reason, I was just hearing a lot about it. And their new colorway that they had for it was rose gold. And I was trying to think, for the last several weeks or whatever, I'd been trying to think of a good YouTube name. And I was like, hang on. Rose gold? Rogue gold? Because Rogue and Div? So that's it. It's really not, it's nothing too fantastic. But that's where the name came from. But clearly it's stuck. So, can't be too upset. Why do people play Countdown on Heroic? I enjoy Heroic Countdown. I think it's a really good challenge. When I'm doing random matchmaking, I think the risk potential for not completing it is much higher than than challenging. And the amount of rewards you get, both in credits and loot quality, isn't enough to warrant the extra risk you're taking. Because it is a pretty significant jump in difficulty. And if you get stuck with a few people who don't have good enough builds that they don't know what they're doing, then it's pretty easy to not complete it. So, just for consistency's sake and efficiency in farming, I prefer challenging when I'm doing fully random matchmaking. But if I'm playing with one or two people who I know for sure we can communicate and they know what they're doing, then I'll go for Heroic.
Rikers have taken the power plant.
That's my rule of thumb with it.
With a nuclear reactor, but they've triggered the safety protocols. The plant is going into lockdown.
3737 in the circle. Oh, gotcha. That is my SHD level. So once you complete the Warlords campaign, you unlock the SHD level, which is like a new progression system, basically. It's down here in the menu. Every time you level up, you get a new point. The first 1,000 go to giving you extra stats in all these categories. And then beyond 1,000, you get a scavenging point every time you level up, and that allows you to claim some extra materials. So it's a progression system that allows you to basically infinitely gain more power. What up, JB? Everything is good indeed. How are you? And Digital Dogs, what is up? Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well.
System curtailed.
honest opinion on the Descent mode, well, same as what I said in some of those videos I made during the PTS, that I like it. I think it'll have a different kind of appeal than something like Countdown, where like if you're still just trying to get a piece of gear and you want to just get a lot of stuff, like Countdown's still going to be the place to go. But Descent offers you, I like the fact that it's endless. Like I could totally see myself getting together with some friends and just like playing for a few hours and seeing how far we can go in the mode, assuming they continue to tune the difficulty right. I like the fact that there's the leaderboard rewards. I'm absolutely going to go for those. They have the weekly comms, so there's a reason to go and play it every week. So I think it's doing a lot of stuff right, and it's a very different experience than you get in the rest of the game with building up the talents and all that. So I'm excited for it. But as with any new mode, there's going to be people who hate it because it's just not their thing, and that's cool. There's going to be people who still just want to play, I don't know, control points every day. Everyone's got different preferences. People have been bashing it. Yeah, I mean, people will always have opinions. And there's nothing wrong with that. Could they conduct themselves in a better way? Probably. But nothing you can do to change people's minds sometimes. Oh, I forgot we don't have the countermeasure on. That almost was not good. What do we got? Let's go containment.
System breach initiated. System curtailed.
What's up, Ryan? Dropping in, just finished the Stovepipe mission. Nice. Like the Terminator vibe at the end of the mission. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm glad you liked it. It was just a really fun... It's always fun when it feels like you're taking part in an event. And it's not just a scripted mission, you know? And I feel like they accomplished that really well in both the Stovepipe mission and the epilogue at the White House. It was a lot of fun. What do we need to do? Oh, we gotta hack the stuff.
System reactivated. System disrupted.
But yeah, June is going to be pretty swag. Obviously, we know Div 2's got some good stuff coming, and I would wager with Ubisoft Forward there's going to be even more stuff to talk about. So I'm excited for it to get here. That's a lot of people. Someone's doing ongoing. Always like that. I like I can bleed one of those servers. No idea how that works, but you can do it. By the way, just to confirm, I'm sure somebody would have said by now if it was not fixed. But for anyone who was here last week, the audio delay issue is solved, right? At least for now. Because that was the thing last week that was annoying me very much. And I think I found the problem. Yeah, I assume someone would have said something if it was not fixed.
Secure.
Alright, sweet. Thank you, Hermes. Yeah, I think it had to do with how I set up the capture process for the PTS. Because this is my regular setup for the live game on Xbox, and it's a bit different than that, so... Anyway. I'm glad it's fixed now. Hopefully it can be avoided in the future. What's your thoughts, reasoning behind running the Memento over Striker's backpack? Just gives me some more flexibility. You know, if I want to run, because I use this build not just in Countdown, but like solo for control points and stuff, and having the 3% armor regen is really nice. I mean, I think like the Memento gives you a lot of damage. Once you're full long-term stacks, you get 30% extra damage. And then every time I pick up a trophy, I get a, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25% damage boost. So honestly, I have a feeling that on average, you probably get more damage from Memento than the Striker pack, plus all the extra survivability with the armor regen and the bonus armor. So the Memento is just a really great weapon all around. What's up, Cal? How you doing? Memento still better than Ninja Bike? I mean, they have their use cases. I think they both have a place. What's up, Malasite? Comparing the Memento and the Ninja Bike. We were talking about why I prefer to use the Memento on this build over the Striker backpack since it's a Striker build. And I was just saying because it offers more flexibility. Plus still really good damage. I mean, if I have full long-term stacks and I pick up a trophy for the short-term buff, that's 55% extra damage. So that's still very good. That's a good backpack. With galvanized, too. Too bad I probably will never make a build out of it. That's always the tough part. It's like, well, it's a really good piece, but do I need it taking up an extra spot in my stash? Probably not. Appreciate all 130 of you being in here and hanging out. I will say one more time, if you have not already and you want to support the stream and all that, we are just about 15 likes away from 100 likes. So if you want to, I'd appreciate it, but I appreciate you spending some of your Friday with me. Memento's still one of the best exotics in the game, yeah. Think it's overtuned. I think almost certainly, if they had known back in Season 3, when the Memento got introduced, if they had known then that the game was not going to end, because as far as they knew back then, it was ending in Season 4. If they had known that it was going to keep going, I guarantee, well, I won't say guarantee, but I'm pretty sure they would have not have made it the way that it is. Because I think they just were like, at that point, they're like, let's give them some fun stuff to use for the next however many years that this game will just be, the servers will be on for people to play. Because they did the Memento and the Scorpio back-to-back in 2 seasons. And both of those are some of the best exotics in the game. And so, again, I have a feeling that if they knew the game was going to keep going, they might not have introduced them in the way that they did. But who knows? That's my little conspiracy theory.
Now, I need you to expose the reactor's core. Good. Now, you just need to destroy the magnetic core.
New item type in Season 4, yeah. I'm excited to see all of the changes that are coming with that. I have a feeling across the spectrum there's going to be a lot of stuff. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on now. Hold the phone, Morton. Someone is going to get me canceled off of that comment. Where's my mic on in the game? Rogue wants the Memento and the Scorpio nerfed. Oh my goodness. Those are some war-starting words right there. How's it going, Morton? Why is my mic still? Hang on. I muted myself in the game and my mic was still on. The whole lobby's just here in the stream chat. See, I didn't say it like that. But the honest truth is that I am much more okay with nerfs than I would say like 98% of the rest of this community. Just because I'm like, I don't know. I used to play WoW. I used to play Destiny. Like, I just think that stuff is part of the part of the equilibrium of the game. But I know people hate it, so I never try and push that stuff, but that's a funny comment. I just don't really care that much. Like, I enjoy having refreshes of stuff. Not invalidating things, but just having preferences shift over time and have a reason to use different things. Although I also don't like how Destiny does their artifact system for the season, so I guess I'm just really indecisive.
Target detected.
It's a complicated topic.
Restored.
That I've never been a supporter of, the idea of using more than one exotic, because the exotics in this game were specifically designed with the knowledge that you could only use one at a time. Whereas in Division 1, that's the reason why so many of the exotics are way less strong, is because they knew that people can use as many of them as they want. And so, yeah. But anyway.
Experimental reactor offline.
Scorpio trivializes heavies and hunters. Yep, it does. It does indeed. Made a 3-piece Hunter's Fury 2 Striker Ninja. That build is crazy. Nice. Sounds like it.
Good work, Agent. You saved the plant. Move to extraction point.
Shifted meta is more fun than the same items being best in slot. I agree.
Shoot off a flare.
I agree. I mean, back in like the Div 1 days, whether it was intentional or not, every update almost felt like a new game. Because you saw like in 1.5 there was a lot of Alpha Bridge usage. And then 1.6 they redid skill power and it kind of shifted again, and then hybrids. And 1.7 and then classifieds, and like even if that stuff was very unbalanced, the game felt new every few months, which was refreshing. But it comes with a lot of issues as well, so. Even after the changes, the artifact mods are now passive. Oh, honestly, I couldn't tell you. I've not played Destiny in a while. So if they have changed it, then no, I've not tried that. It was the fact that at least the way they used to have it, they made mods so powerful for certain weapon types that it's like if you're not using, let's say, a bow, for example, in high-end content in this season, you're just doing it wrong. Like you're doing far less damage than you could be. I don't like that because then they're just encouraging you to use stuff for the sake of doing it. You know. So I don't know. But like I said, that kind of contradicts what I said before, so
Get on that helo. You've got
it's a
hunters
complicated subject. Where did that hunter just go? Oh, he's right there. I thought he was gone. He was just sitting against the fence. Now he's just... Oh, that was some lag. Oh my goodness.
Back online.
I don't know what just happened.
Vital signs critical.
Agent down. Neutralize the
Dang!
hunter.
He just finished him off. Tamaki didn't deserve that. That was so tragic. Yeah, exactly, Frankie. Dragon Holster is such a cool item, wise over 30-second cooldown. The cooldown used to be affected by skill haste, I think. But it used to be really busted when it first came out, and then they changed it, and I don't think it's ever been good since then. If you could pull one gear set from Div 1 to Div 2, what would it be and why? It would be Final Measure, because grenade spam is lame. There's a lot of grenade spam in PvP, and I think if Final Measure were a thing, people would think very differently about how they use grenades. So that's been my answer for a while.
Rogue Restorer Hive detected. Hostile Restorer Hive detected. System disrupted. Rogue Hive detected. Hostile Hive detected.
I just can't get into Destiny.
Shoot off a flare.
Played a ton of Destiny 1, but never got into the second. Not a fan of how they do powering. Yeah, that's the downfall of gear score. And so, you know, obviously you know more than Div 2 is very unique in the way that they don't do gear score, which a lot of looter shooters still do these days. I was a lot. Destiny 1 was my game too. I played some of 2 over time with the different expansions, but 1 is where I spent all my time. I think Gear Score can still be good if it's done right, but yeah, I don't know. It's just different takes on the same genre at the end of the day. Someone better call that flare. All right.
Helo inbound on your location.
Oh, that's a
Let's get you home.
good mod drop. Nothing I need though. Oh shoot, I gotta pick this stuff up. So Birdie, that was Michael. Michael is always very generous with his gifts. Alright, what did I miss up here? What's your favorite non-exotic weapon, base weapon, or named? Probably the Carbine 7. I love that gun a lot. I'll probably wear my top 300 badge.
Entering safe area.
What's up, Lucy? How you doing today? Astenic, I will say, printer filaments are, in my opinion, the best material for expertise. It has one of the best donation ratios for expertise increase. If you're already max expertise, then I guess it won't apply, but like, that's always my trick with like, let's say if I don't have one of these maxed out. To do 30 of those for it, you can get a lot of mileage out of printer filaments compared to everything else, because it's in the rare category. But yeah. Also wonder how the incursion is going to be. The incursion is, my prediction is that the incursion is going to be quite awesome. But we'll see. Do you guys say the game is in a good place to get back into? I mean, I'm certainly biased, but yes. They've made a lot of improvements over year 4, and year 5 is going to continue building on that. Leading up to the end of the year, where they're kind of redoing the whole end game and rethinking how the game is structured for newer players and old players alike. So I would say so. I'm doing well, Lucy. Thank you for asking. The Eagle Bear is quite fun. There's a reason it's my favorite gun. So, yeah.
Looking for something special?
All right. What time is it? Let's do one more countdown, and then I want to run a bit of DZ. I've been doing that landmarks lately to get field recon data. That's a really good way to do it. So we'll do one more of these, and then we'll do that.
You have received an invite to another agent's group.
What did Mouse ask here? Does Descent give decent optimization rewards? I'm trying to remember what the material cache had specifically. I don't. It mainly just gives you a lot of like the base material. So theoretically, or optimization rewards. I don't think it gives you many optimization things. It gives you a lot of like the base amount of materials. Like it gives you 50 ceramics, electronics, all that stuff, and then 25 of some of the rarer ones. But I don't think it gives you any field recon or calibration. I could be wrong though, but I don't think so.
They triggered a lockdown. I'd rather not have their slash and burn tactics anywhere near a nuclear reactor.
I was starting the game only a week or so ago. Nice.
Shut down the broken transformers and restore the power grid.
I'm glad you're enjoying Twist, and enjoy Woney. I've said before, some people don't agree with me, that's fine. My favorite Division campaign from Div 1, 2, or Warlords is Warlords. That's my favorite.
An agent has gone
That's my
offline.
favorite campaign. So I hope you enjoy it.
Safe area detected.
Nice, Cheryl. It's a good one. That's why we're all here. Might have a reward in Descent that was not a part of the PTS. Or, well, I mean, we know the leaderboard stuff wasn't in the PTS, but I think overall, like, you know, I think there's going to be some tuning made from the PTS rewards, and I think Descent will be rewarding. Like, it's not, again, it's not going to be in the same vein as Countdown. Let's just go easy. It won't be in the same vein as Countdown, but you're still going to feel pretty rewarded for the Descent playtime. Okay, let's fix this. Oh, Walker in South. Don't mind if I do. Oh, there's a lot of comments. As always, peeps, if I miss anything, feel free to resend it. Any idea on how to get that electric Laveau when it comes out? They have not confirmed, but pretty much any new exotic that's added these days for a season is from the season rewards itself. So I would say 99% chance it's on the Year 5 Season 1 reward track. Matrix, good luck with that. I would be surprised. It's very likely going to be the final Manhunt reward. I don't believe they're doing that anymore. They're not putting exotics behind the Manhunts. They didn't do it for Season 11, and I could be putting words in your mouth more than I hope I'm not. But I feel like I saw you say somewhere that that's not your plan to do that anymore. Moving forward. Oh, someone asked what changes I'd want to see in the endgame revamp. Yeah, it's a big question. There's some broad possibilities. What Yannick said about it in that one interview is they want to give more purpose and meaning to every different activity, and that's something I very much am passionate about. I want the endgame to feel distinct and varied, and not just like everything is kind of the same and you can do whatever to get whatever. I like there being purpose behind different activities. So if that's followed through on, then I'm a big fan of that. What else? I don't know. It's one of those questions where, like, you know, what does redefining the end game mean? Like, what's even on the table for that? So I would say that's the big one for me, but I'm sure as we hear more stuff will come to mind.
Rogue airburst seeker mine detected. Hostile airburst seeker mine detected.
The confirmed things we know about the DLC, as per what was said on Division Day.
Hostile striker drone detected.
They did not confirm it will be in New York. That is people's popular theory, but that's not confirmed. All that is confirmed is that it is a new DLC that will have new main missions and new open world zones. That was what they said. I would assume that comes with new control points, but they didn't specifically say that. And they did not say for sure it was in New York. Pro, thank you so much for hanging out as always. I appreciate you. Thank you for the words. Have a great rest of your Friday and weekend as well. See you around.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
I guess that is one thing I would say for the in-game revamp is, and this is, you know, kind of cheeky, I would like to see changes made to the specializations, but we know the whole story there with the spec revamp, so we'll see what comes from that. That's been a thing I've thought since year one. I remember making a video back in year one saying they should, like, make specialization skill trees and all that. But that's a whole thing in and of itself. Proposed to my girlfriend last weekend. Congrats, Nuclear. That's fantastic. Do you think we will go after... Oh my goodness. Do you think we'll go after Sokolova in the Season 4 DLC, or will she be an oral manhunt target? That is one thing that I definitely found very interesting about the whole DLC premise, is since it's coming at the end of a year, I don't know how that works with Season 4 itself. Are you required to play the DLC content before you access the season? Is Season 4 a continuation of the DLC story? Do you have to play Season 4 before you do the DLC? Are they not connected? Like, I have no idea. It's kind of new territory, not just for Division, but also for this genre in general. Almost always when these games do expansions, they start off content years and kind of set the basis for everything that comes after. This is coming at the end. So I couldn't tell you how that's all going to work. It's certainly my hope that the DLC is involved with the main story and that Sokolova is involved in all that, but I couldn't tell you for sure. But yeah, congrats on that, Nuclear. That's awesome. Div 2 an Easter egg for AC Valhalla. I wonder if the new DLC might have one for Code Red. I don't know. What is the Valhalla Easter egg? I don't know if I remember that. That is the one Assassin's Creed. Like, I've never been super into Assassin's Creed. The only one I played a lot and liked was Black Flag. But I've always thought that one in Japan would be a great premise, and so I am actually excited for the Red game. We're still not going to see it for a while, but I'm excited for it.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Think we'll be able to get season blueprints again at some point? I don't know. Obviously, like you said, you can't right now. I could see them changing that, but I don't know how much of a priority that might be.
Contaminated gear detected. Incoming hostiles detected.
Wow, you guys coming to take my loot? Did you already steal the chest from me? Darn. That's tough. Morden, thanks so much. You have a great weekend as well. You should definitely try and try and not work, because June's going to be a big month. But have a great one. Thanks as always for stopping by.
Rogue bombardier drone detected. Hostile bombardier drone detected. Rogue explosive seeker mine detected. Hostile explosive seeker mine detected.
I think I missed a question that someone asked about.
Landmark cleared.
Russ, how you doing? As a new player, should I buy the level 30 buffer play as normal? I believe unless you have a specific reason that you need to like rush through it, I would take your time and go through the 1 to 30. Obviously, the campaign is fun to go through, but you also just get a bit more of a natural understanding of the game. So yeah, if you have the time, I would say definitely do the 1 to 30 journey before you do the expansion. It's in a museum. I think you can see a poster of a Viking holding an apple. Piece of Eden. That's what people expect next to see with Viking themes. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't remember that at all. That would definitely be pretty cool if the DLC had stuff like that. Need a new raid? I suspect that we will not see any more raids in the Division 2 because they are doing incursions. They're basically the same thing, except incursions are just a bit more accessible for more people. So obviously there's no confirmation on that, but because raids take so much more to create than incursions, and they kind of achieve basically the same effect, I have a feeling that if we were to get a year 6, we'll keep seeing more incursions and not any more raids. But that's just my theory. Missed out on that one. Dude, I haven't gotten an exotic component from these in like days.
Incoming hostiles detected.
I feel cheated.
Contaminated gear detected.
I probably should have looked at that mod. Oh well. Will RogueGold play Diablo 4? Fun fact, I've never played any Diablo game. Which I know might be
Incoming hostiles detected.
a shock for some. So at some point I would like to try it out, but I don't have any plans to cover it right off the bat. Plus, June is going to be packed with Division stuff, so I will have plenty to keep myself busy with in the meantime. But I've enjoyed kind of following along with it. I've watched some of Greybeard's stuff on it, and
Contaminated gear.
yeah. Is shock supposed, or is the shock trap supposed to shock the user? Yes. I mean, the way that they have it working in the game is that every AoE skill affects the user. So if you stand in a sticky bomb fire explosion radius, it'll light yourself on fire. You'll get shocked. All of that. So yes. Casey, it is going fantastic. How's it going with you? How's your week been? Primate coming in with the 11-month message. Thank you so much for
Hostiles detected.
supporting for so long, man. You know I appreciate you, and it's good to see you. Long time no talk. Happy Friday to you. How you been?
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Time flies indeed, man. That's wild. How do you level up in the DZ? By doing the PvE content in the DZ, and the whether you do landmarks or if you do PvP content, you'll get an increase to your DZ level, which is the, if you look at the top right of my screen, it's the purple bar. And once you hit level 50, dang, I didn't hit the boss. Once you hit level 50, you start earning proficiency, DZ proficiency caches every time you level up again, which are really nice because it's 2 pieces of heroic gear.
Extraction called for.
And you can get them faster than field proficiencies. Excuse me. And you then get access to all of the DZ perks at the base. But yeah, doing anything in the DZ basically will increase your DZ rank. My advice is go and watch the new Book of Laura series. Oh, for Diablo? Well, I know nothing about Diablo's story, so I don't know how much I would really be into that. I should have clarified. I enjoy watching the gameplay of it. If I ever get more into it, though, I'll definitely need to recap. I'm determined to break the curse here. Because like I said, I've not gotten an exotic component from one of these chests in a minute. Which is frustrating. I was farming for the Ravenous and the DZ. What is the drop rate? somewhere around 0.024%, which is the same as the Eagle Bear and the Bighorn. It's very low. But I can say I was there to see my friend grab one of those. He did get a Ravenous to drop for him, so I have seen it. Andy's in here as well. We got all the OGs coming through. How's it going, Andy? How you been? What's everyone's thoughts on the new billboard section? Casey, I'm going to make a video on that for tomorrow. I wanted to do it like 2 days ago, but I've just been swamped this week. But I'm going to make a quick video on that tomorrow and just kind of explain what's going on for everybody. So I will go more into it there. The transparency is nice, that they're better classifying what they intend to do with these bugs in the future, but it is obviously very unfortunate that some of that stuff is not going to be taken care of in the immediate future. That's the brief summary, I would say. Cannot see. I thought that was going to light myself on fire when I saw how close I was to it.
Incoming hostiles detected.
They missed me in the bandwave, I guess so. I just heard about that this morning. Well, I had seen some stuff happening with it, but I didn't. Hey, exotic component, we broke the curse, people. That's what I'm talking about. It's the stream loot. It's the stream luck. I heard about that. I still don't really know the full details. But they missed me, sorry. I'll keep breaking the rules and no one's gonna catch me. Can I one-clip him? No, well if I hadn't missed my last 2 shots.
Contaminated gear.
Dang.
Landmark has been cleared.
What's happening in my secret mine? I hear it buzzing over here. Alright. I guess there's no reason not to head to this side, so if we can get some of the other chests. What's up, Peter? I have not been to Ireland. I hear it is pretty beautiful, though. I had some family that went over there. But thank you for the kind words. I just try and have fun doing what I'm doing. So if that comes through, then that's a win. Whoa, Andy, that is... that is quite the accusation there. I didn't honestly, like, do you actually know what was up with that though, Andy? Because I didn't actually really hear what the deal was. I just know it kind of happened, but I don't, was there like a specific reason, or is that what people are talking about because they don't know? What was I going to talk about? Oh, as I said with the XP revamp, the resource convoy one went in early, but they reverted that in 17.3. I haven't heard about anything else of that sort. I have to say though, at least from what was presented in PTS Phase 2, and they could change it before release, not too happy with the XP revamp, because it was stated to be the majority of activities would be getting an increase to you know, make stuff more viable, and we knew that they would decrease the outliers like the convoys. But in Phase 2, it was like everything mostly went down by a bit, and it was like propaganda broadcasts, and I'm trying to think of what else. and something. Propaganda and executions or whatever. Got like a 25% increase. But it's like, okay, well that's not really... I don't know what that really achieves. They kind of just shifted the balance and didn't really make it better. So I don't know. We'll see how that turns out when it drops, but I wasn't the most pleased with that. Kind of seemed... I'd rather they would have just not done anything if that's going to be the outcome. But we'll see. I am very curious, because I was unable to test it on the PTS, how much XP you're going to get from killing players in conflict. I am hoping, and it's kind of a selfish hope, because I like PvP. If conflict XP farming is actually really viable, I'm going to love that. I will go in and pull 10 kill games all the live long day and get my XP from there. So we'll see. I'm definitely going to make that video like day one of the update, let people know what the values are from there.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Quite a few people have been getting banned. Yeah. Well, as always, I have to assume they have their reasons. If not, then that's unfortunate. I mean, the devs know that banning people for no reason does no good for the game. So, another component, let's go. Like that does nothing beneficial. So, other than decrease the player count and make people more angry. So, hopefully there was a good reason. If not, then that should be looked into.
Rogue striker drone detected. Hostile striker drone detected.
Do love this game, but there's a lot of hope we'll be getting fixed or revamped in year 5. Yeah, for sure. No, the game is far from perfect. I have to say though, over time, the amount of things that I've heard about, like the things that the devs have to do to keep this game running with the amount of resources they have, it's kind of astronomical that we're even getting what we're getting. So I don't know. It's totally a player's right to want more for the game. I want more for the game. But what we're getting now is pretty wild, all things considered. I don't know. Hopefully, I hope someday far in the future we can talk about that, because that's, yeah, it's wild. Turn off exotic hacks? Nah, I'm gonna keep them on because they don't ban for it, and I get all my components. I was just saying before, I hadn't gotten a component in like 3 days, so now to get 2 is nice. They're paying me back for the hurt feelings.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
I should probably make sure I get the chest. These guys don't seem to care about the chest, which is fine with me.
Gear detected.
More for your boy. I probably shouldn't have said anything, Hermes. I don't want to go into anything. But, I mean, just the concept of the, like, you know, we've said it a million times, and I think maybe people have become a little desensitized to it, but think about a game like Destiny that has, I don't know how many people they have, but at least over 500 people working on the game, probably closer to 1,000, many of which who have been with the franchise since it began. And they still have a lot of issues with their game, because every game has bugs and issues. But then you think about Div, which in total probably has maybe 100 people working on it. None of which, very, very few of which, like 3 people, who have been on the game longer than 18 months. Like that end of it's, like people are tired of hearing it, but that is a huge difference in, I don't know. Like, it's hard to explain, but there's just, like, so much that has to go into consideration to make new stuff at that point. Like, it's just, there's a lot.
Rogue hive detected.
Some people just love to hang on the game. Just happy we're getting new stuff and getting, yeah. For sure, Michael. For sure. I mean, at the end of the day, anyone who is in a position to sit online and complain all day about video games is pretty privileged. So, if you enjoy a game, enjoy it. If you don't, don't. That's bottom line for me.
Landmark cleared.
All right, that one's already back up. Let's go to this one.
Helos on site.
What's your build? It is right here. I made a build video on it just the other week. If you look at the Slayer 2.0 build I made in my playlist, that's the most recent one. You can get the full breakdown. But 2 Walker, Fenders, Picaros, Foxes, Catharsis. It is quite good. It's my favorite group and solo PvP build, or DZ build, I should say. Our left Keener popped up again. You can't. I don't know. I love Keener as much as everybody, but if he came back, there would have to be a very good explanation for what happened at the end of Warlords. My chest, don't take it, don't take it! Oh, it's not grabbable. Tough.
Detecting contaminated gear. System disrupted.
Yeah, for sure, Casey.
System
I mean, like I said, people have, like, the bug, like, you can't share mods and the backpack thing, like, that's frustrating. Everyone should be frustrated by that. I guarantee the devs are frustrated by that. But if things where it's easy to fix is snapping a finger, then it would be fixed. So, it's just all about circumstance and perspective. I'm happy the game's still here getting new stuff, because if it wasn't, then I wouldn't be here making videos on it.
detecting additional hostile contacts.
Think the SHD is down in New York? I don't know. That is what Kelso, like, mentioned at the end, that she was going to go check. And I have a feeling if they do play into that, we'll hear more about it in Season 3, when they said that we're going back there.
Explosive Sigma. Rogue bombardier drone detected. Hostile bombardier drone detected. Contaminated gear detected. Landmark cleared.
I tweeted welcome to all new players and hope they enjoy the free weekend. Good play, you see, I tried to explain as best I could. Nice. That's what it's all about. Like, the more constructive and welcoming people are to newer players, the more likely they are to stay around. And so people want to see the game continue to thrive and get more stuff. We should try and make it as welcoming to them as possible, for sure. I've seen your new Hasbro build. How well would it work against a sticky bomb? Depends on which kind. If it is a fire sticky bomb, then yes, that will work quite well because you can negate all the fire. But if it's an explosive sticky bomb, hazard protection does not protect you from explosive damage. If you wanted protection specifically against that, you'd want to build into explosive resistance, which you can also put on your gear. Is the new DLC really taking place at SFO? They have not. There's no confirmation on where the DLC will take place. The most popular theory is Brooklyn, because that's kind of what the photo for Season 4 teased, but I think that could easily be a misdirect. And I think maybe people are putting a little too much faith in the fact that that could be the case. Could it be? Absolutely. But it could also be in, you know, anywhere. But they have not said for sure where it will be.
Extraction called. Incoming hostiles detected.
Made a mistake.
There's a lot of dudes.
Fucking armor's wasted. Target located.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Postman, no worries whatsoever. I very much hope everything is okay.
Contaminated gear.
Have a good rest of your day and your weekend, man.
Contaminated gear detected.
Lost the mag.
Helo arrived. Detecting contaminated gear. System malfunctioning.
We got some chat to catch up on.
Cleared.
I think it'd be a little strange if we go back to where we started to too. Black Test shutting down the national shade network again. That was my thing, is like, I don't know how much narrative sense it would make to go to Brooklyn. But what does make sense is that if they were to reuse some of that original map and expand on it a bit, that would make it theoretically easier for them to develop given the amount of resources they have. Because making a new DLC is a lot of work, and even for the original team, you know, they had the time in between when the game released and a year later to put out Warlords, and that was a lot of work. So to make a new DLC with the team they have is already a big feat, and so I can understand if they can use some of that Div 1 map and just tune it up to fit with Div 2, you know, the new engine and the set and the season and all that. That could take off some of the workload, so it's possible. But yeah, narratively, I don't know how much Brooklyn makes sense.
Helo is headed back.
But again, the DLC could have nothing to do with the main story, right? Like, we just don't know. That could be a totally, like, side story that they're just putting out to give people new places to go. We have no idea. We'll find out. Last time in the Dark Zone. I'm sorry that was your experience, Christian. It can be unpredictable, but it can also be a lot of fun. Some say the bridge is the Golden Gate. The picture, the bridge that was in the picture for Season 4 is the Brooklyn Bridge in New York. The Golden Gate was in a cinematic for the game at the end of the main campaign, when they kind of just show what's going on in the rest of the country, but I don't think there's too many clues to really hint that we would be going to San Francisco. But, as I said, they haven't confirmed anything, so anything is possible. Yeah, exactly, digital. But I mean, also, working with someone else's code. And again, we've said this plenty of times before. People are probably sick of hearing it, but games are not made the same way. Everyone has their different processes. There's reasons you code things in certain ways. Maybe sometimes you leave a note about why you did it this way. Sometimes you don't. And if you don't, and someone else has to try and decipher your code later on, that can get pretty messy. And we've seen that happen throughout year 4. So hopefully as time goes on, they continue to get a better and better grasp of the game, and we just see, you know, less of the issues that we've seen. How many blue cores? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. I used to run 5, but I like 4 with the kind of setup I have.
A shade agent has claimed the Dark Zone drop.
Oh, well, that's weird, Michael. I don't know why they would say that. I was saying before that
Contaminated gear.
being as what's the word? Did I already take the drop? Did I really miss it? Dang. What is the word I cannot think of? Supportive towards new players as we can is going to do nothing but benefit the game, but that's too bad that they that they went that route on you. All right, let us Let's hit one more landmark, and I want to do like one game of conflict, and then we'll wrap it up. The way Keener was 1 to 2 steps ahead of the division could have been an AI. Could be. I mean, Warlords, you know, the whole story had a lot to do with manipulation of Isaac, with Parnell, and even in Keener's mission, you know, the room right before him, Isaac is telling you a bunch of weird stuff that's not correct. So, if they want to bring Keener back, there are ways they could do it. It would just have to be a good explanation. Cheryl, joining Rogue Studios, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. You now have a suite of pretty awesome emotes you can use here on the channel in lives and on videos. You got a cool badge by your name, and don't forget to, if you want to join our Discord server and you link your YouTube and Discord accounts, you will now have access to the private Rogue Studios channel on there. But thank you so much for supporting, Cheryl. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. There was the inclusion of holographic decoys. Yeah, although, like, when Keener dies, we are right there next to him. Like, that is not a decoy. So they would have to have some explanation of how he was there and then was alive again. And if I had to put money on it, I would guess they're not going to bring back Keener. We know I think for sure his voice is going to be in the game in the future because, and that's the brilliance about doing the comm-based stuff that the game has, is that you can have people like Faye and Keener come back and still do comms because they could be from years ago when they were still alive. And I think in Season 3, for sure, we're going to hear him again in the comms because they said that it's all about finding out more revelations about Keener and his rogue. So I think we're going to get Warlords era comms in Season 3, no doubt.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
No, I keep missing these boss kills.
System curtailed. Now detecting contaminated gear.
Keener had a twin named Alex. Oh, Alex.
System back online.
Always being gotten. I don't know how they never made that a shirt. Would I get sued by Ubisoft if I made a They Got Alex shirt? I don't know.
Landmark has been cleared.
Maybe he didn't die, he just passed out. Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's go do a conflict game. We got 2 exotic components out of that whole run, so I can't be mad. And a lot of field recon data. So that is what I call success. I'd love to get some information out of Keener's personal AI, Anna. I will say, if you read the recent novels they've done, there is some stuff in there. But yes, it would be cool to get some stuff in the game, too. They don't have the rights to that phrase. Yeah, but do they need the rights? Because I think you can make a legal case if it's like, I don't know. Because, like, I would want to make one and put it on the RogueGold store, but, you know, selling stuff that is directly inspired, like, it just gets murky. I don't know. But that would be a fun shirt. Alright, let's get rid of all of this. Fumi, what is going on, Fumi? How you doing? Good to see you. All right. Let's get that win, people. That's what we need. We gotta prepare for the revamp coming soon. Appreciate all 130 of you just sticking around. We basically had that many people this entire time. Thank you so much. And we got up to 124 likes. I wasn't even like looking. Thank you all so much for the support. Y'all are the best. It's like quoting movie line. Well, if you say so, Lucas. That would be a good shirt, so I will keep it in mind when I'm doing the new designs. I guess we will go skirmish. Yeah, I'll let them know that you told me, so it's all good. Yeah, the Rose novels I heard. Hearts on Fire, and it was great. Yeah, Hearts on Fire was awesome. But yeah, Recruited and Compromise specifically have a lot of relevance towards the current story in the game. And they are really great. And I'm very much hoping that we get a third book announcement soon. We need one after that ending, which I won't spoil. Also, Batman coming in with the hype emojis. Hell yeah. In terms of designs, could you put a red circle on the shoulder like a rogue ring? Potentially. The way that it works in the site that I use is that typically the front and the back are the main places you're allowed to mess with. Some of them give you access to sleeves, and then some you can fully customize all over, but I have to do a consultation with like one of their specialists. So it's not impossible, I just need to kind of see what's up. In the next like 2-3 weeks here, I'm going to have a lot more time, and I plan to start fully looking into doing those designs because I want to get that all running. The whole thing with the store when I launched it was that this is just getting the... I hear someone right nearby. This is about getting the site set up. And there'll be a lot more in the future, and so that I want to start working on that soon. Hello. I should have shot him when he was standing there. Where are you going? You don't want to stay for the fun? Thank you for running right back into my line of sight, although I can't... Uh-oh. This is not good. Alright. I was like, if he turns around and hits me with a sticky bomb, that's not going to be good. Your Gear Guide content is fantastic, straightforward, and welcoming to novice experienced players. Thank you very much for the words, Evolved. I appreciate it. Super glad to hear that. I have some more. I've been trying to think of like more things like that to do, because it does help a lot of people, but obviously there are already a lot of guides out there. But there are a few in particular that I thought of that I'm going to do in the coming weeks here. So yeah, glad it helps you out, and hopefully we can continue to help you out in the future. Oh my god, come on, come on. Why does it always have to be skills? We're doing a prep for year 5. Well, this is not prep. The conflict is just for fun. But the rest of the stream, I was doing countdown to build up my stockpile on printer filaments, because that's really good for expertise, which will be useful when some of the new items drop. And then we were doing the DZ to get exotic components and field recon data, which are also very rare materials that are good for expertise and optimization. That's the main prep, is that I want to resource stockpile so that I'm ready to tune the new gear and make new builds and all that stuff. You get exotic components from landmarks. Now you get them, there's a chance that they will drop from the DZ chests, which are at landmarks. There's like a, I forget the amount, 25% chance? 10? I don't fully remember. It's one of those. Chance that you'll get an exotic component from a DZ chest. What is all these? I juked that riot foam so hard.
Agent incapacitated.
Everyone's got a chem launcher apparently, or a sticky bomb or something.
boost is being taken by allies. The boost has been taken by allies.
And we got the boost. That's a W. I'm telling you though, man, I really, really, really hope that the conflict XP amount is good. If it gives you like 200,000 per player kill, I will be on the moon. That would be so good. But we'll see. I wish I could have tested in the PTS, but there is no one doing conflict. Can't jump on this? There we go.
An agent
Is there a
needs
guy behind
assistance.
us? I guess so. Hey, what's up, Bama? It is going well indeed. You know, it's times are busy, but that's always the case. But no, I'm good. How are you?
Rogue explosive seeker mine detected. Hostile explosive seeker mine detected.
A specialization supply drop has been arranged for you.
I've still not had one exotic component. I'm sure I'd have noticed. A lot of CPs and helping others. Is it... Someone would have to correct me. Do they only drop from heroic control
Rogue
point
Stinger hive
chests?
detected. Hostile stinger hive detected.
Or is it any? I feel like it might be only heroic, but I can't. I can't think for
Supply drop
certain.
being claimed by friendly. The specialization supply drop is in friendly hands.
This is looking like it's gonna go our way. Yeah, me too, Fumi. I just do the DZ. Because you can get them faster and there's a higher chance. It's like 25 there versus I think the control point ones are 10%. Level 3 and above, okay. So yeah, Michael, you'd have to be doing it on challenging or heroic, and then it's, I want to say a 10% chance you get one from that box. Cool. Thank you guys for the clarification. I can't aim this in here, I don't think.
You're halfway through the fight.
Oh, did it flip? This whole time it was flipped and I kept running over here? That was dumb. Yeah, I gotcha. I mean, like I was saying before, I went a good... The last, like, 2 or 3 days I had played, I didn't get any from the DZ. And then we got 2 just now, so... It fluctuates. I know there's a guy behind that truck. And then my teammate got shot by fire. Let's try the big flank, see if we can get a play going. Actually, let's just try this. Oh, come on. Well, that's awkward. He tried to
There are no more rogue
He tried to aim that sticky bomb at me as fast as he could. Yeah, stay in spawn. I'll keep you in there. This guy's in his menu.
Rogue stinger hive
That was not the guy I was trying to shoot. That was pretty funny. Shoot. Dang, dude. Somebody better confirm that. Otherwise, we just wasted 2 lives for nothing. That's tough.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent incapacitated. Agent vital signs 0.
You don't have many.
There we go. We got one of them.
left.
Allies are acquiring the boost. Allies have acquired the boost.
Oh, we got him with that. GG!
It's a win. Solid work.
Did you ever do a bighorn build? Yes. Somewhere in my build video playlist somewhere there is a bighorn build. It's maybe not up to date. The thing with bighorn builds is like you can make many that are fine. I don't know if I've ever found one that I was like, oh, this is just as good as like a lot of other builds I run. So I don't know. I think I wanted to make one with the ninja bike, but it didn't really work out.
Safe area detected.
So yeah.
Control point detected.
So short answer is yes, you can find ones in the playlist, but they might be outdated. But you could check them for inspiration. All right. Well, folks, thank you for tuning into an awesome stream. Got any updated backfire builds? I do not have any that are posted. However, there will be a really good backfire build you can make once Year 5 Season 1 drops, because the 2-piece of the new gear set is it's either 30 or 40% hazard. So if you use the ninja bike, 1 piece of the new gear set, 1 yawl, and 1 Seska, and you have your watch maxed out, that is automatically, let's assume it's 30, 10, 30, 10, 10. That's like 60 or 70% hazard. Then you just fit in the mods, and then you can use like whatever other brands with the ninja bike. So that is going to be a really, really strong backfire build once Year 5 Season 1 hits. But I don't have one uploaded right now. I think Alpha Bridge was gear set most suitable for Div 2 rather than Div 1. It worked really well in Div 1. Like, it would be fun in Div 2, but Div 2 doesn't have the same variety in weapon talents. At least the post-Gear 2.0 one. With there only being 1 talent, I think it would be a bit lackluster. But it was a lot of fun before, or in Div 1. Why don't you stream Blackout event? I don't know what that means. What is the Blackout event? Oh, in Div 1? Is that what you're talking about? The global event? I only run heroic control points. I've only had 1 component to drop. That's tough. I mean, 10% with RNG can... I mean, that's why people had to run the raid 100 times to get an Eagle Bear, because 10% can take a long time to have drop. So... it can be tough out there. I don't know. No particular reason that I've not streamed the Blackout event. I just don't really do too many Div 1 streams these days. So I don't know. That's good to know it's running right now. I didn't realize. So maybe I will check it out. But yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Everyone who's already said they're heading out. Aesthetic, Phoenix, Digital, thank you all very much for hanging out. Puff. Awesome stream, lots of fun as always. Always enjoy chatting with you all. Michael coming into the very end with the $10 super chat. Get yourself a beer. I will for the Friday. Michael, thank you so much, as always, for being so generous. You know I appreciate it. Thank you to the new members as well. Cheryl, Booga, and Michael's gifted ones. Thank you all for the support. Next Friday, I will not be streaming. I'm going to take 1 week off because next week there's some big things going on. So there will be plenty of videos in the meantime, but do not expect to see me live again next week. The week after should be... let's see. Pop my calendar open. Yeah, week after that I will be. So my next stream should be 2 weeks from today, unless there's something notable to do in the meantime. So yeah, just thought I would let you know about that. But I do have a lot of videos planned. The pace should pick up a lot after today. The last few days were a bit slower. but it should pick up again. I've got a good amount of things I want to get done as year 4 is winding down. But yeah. Thank you, Sean. I'm glad you enjoy it. Got my first CB on my first run thanks to GC Rock. That is awesome, Michael. That's awesome. So yeah. Again, thank you all for the support. Lots of stuff coming. And get ready because June, I guarantee you, is going to be an awesome month. We know we got Ubisoft Forward. We know we got the start of year 5. And I think there might be a few surprises in store. But until then, everybody, Fumi, Michael, Casey, Sean, Lucas, Estenic, RJ Phoenix, Digital, Foo, Puff, who else I got up here? Bama, Evolved, Jasiva, Loco, Hermes, Powerbomb, everyone that was in here earlier, thank you so much for hanging out. You know who you are, and I appreciate you, and I will see you all very soon. But again, no stream next week. But in the meantime, join the Discord, chat with us, Twitter, wherever, the video comments, you know where to find me. And I'll see you there. So until the next one, guys, RogueGold, out.